Oh, I'm so nervous, you guys. I never have ever gone live by myself, and I'm terrified, but hello. So, do you guys like my, my, like, ode to Sharpay Evans, but it's my initials, JS. I've never shown this before, but Frankie actually got this for me as a graduation gift, when I graduated college, so that was very sweet of him, but it actually lights up pink. Hey. So I'm gonna, that's a cool thing, yeah. Oh, Frankie said, do I take requests? I mean, maybe? Depends on what you request.
Forget your trouble.
Happy day.
Come on, get happy.
Are here again.
You better chase all your cares away. We're heading across the river. Soon your cares will all be gone. Happy times.
Happy nights.
Happy nights. Happy days are here again.
There's Frankie Rodriguez, Joe Serafini. Joe, you next.
Oh my gosh. I also had a High School Musical themed birthday party that year. It wasn't as elaborate as yours, but I do remember seeing like the poster on the cake. Yeah, I remember like first seeing it in like a magazine that was just like laying around the house, this big, like the High School Musical iconic poster. And of course I tuned in with my whole family, and ever since then, it's just been such a huge part of my life now. And I would probably travel with, I'm gonna say Kelsey, because we could play the piano together. We can bring it together. It's super fun.
I also feel like she's comfortable with quiet sometimes, which can be nice on a road trip.
Totally.
Have some peace. Frankie.
My cousins who were big on sports, I remember I like went over their house one day and they were like, you have to watch this movie. It's a musical called High School Musical. You're going to love it. I was like, well, if they're loving it, so I think it's like right up my alley. So that's like my first memory of it. And if I had to pick a road trip partner, my heart obviously wants to say Troy Bolton, but I do think I would have a better time with Sharpay. So sorry.
Sorry, Troy.
I feel if anything, we kind of have the easy job in this part. We like all the work is done and we just say the lines on the page. But it's really special, especially when you're getting those messages like that or from kids who are like, I'm identifying with these characters, or like your character gave me the confidence to come out to my family. It's like those, you really don't see that impact when you're filming it. It's when it's done and you're like, wow, my gosh, like I'm so happy this is resonating with people the way it is.
It's obviously really special, and I almost feel like the characters have inspired me in a way to live in a more like outward, like celebratory way about my identity and how I identify. So that's been really sweet too. In terms of like pressure, I don't really feel too much pressure from it. Honestly, the support and like the way that people have resonated with these characters has mostly been like just so positive and so sweet. So it's been really nice to have those people find us and us find them.
Love that.
Joe and I grew up in the same theater troupe in Pittsburgh, and Frankie was the first kid at his school who ever staged Footloose because he went to the drama teacher and said we should do Footloose. And so it's like they're like the real thing, you know.
Oh my gosh, no. I grew up obviously obsessed with Disney and all of like the Disney, I wanted to be a Disney princess. So of course I was thinking like
Same.
A Whole New World and like, like Tangled and all these like romantic love ballads. So to get to be able to do that myself, when it's like my voice and like, so like a story that is, obviously very personal. So it's very sweet. And it came up on my shuffle the other day and I was just like, oh my God, we did this. It's like, I just look back at like the sweetest memories.
Oh my gosh. I was like, I honestly couldn't even process it. I was just like, oh, an iconic song, obviously, like everyone knows The Climb. And I was just so excited to like bring it new life and bring it into like this queer storyline. I thought that was such a like creative way to bring back that song and make it make sense for these characters. It was awesome.
I hope Miley saw it. I think you said you retweeted it. She retweeted it. So
Hope so. I don't know.
I tell myself she did.
I think it has the biggest impact on performance because when you're going to work and you just feel so comfortable and supported, you're able to just focus on like when the cameras go up, what you're doing there. And I think it hasn't always been like that for me. So for me, it's just very comforting to know that I can go and make mistakes or just try things and it's going to be embraced.
Yeah, I would say just the way, like I said, how I feel like I've learned from the characters and they've sort of inspired me to be more myself. I'm sure half of that also just comes from the environment in which we've created these characters. It's just been such a open and safe space where we're all really being celebrated, and I feel like I've really been able to step into myself in doing the show and being around this community of people. It's really special. It's kind of crazy.
Frankie, specific roles.
Specific roles. I would love to be Audrey in Little Shop. Not the plants, but Audrey. Just hoping for that offer. But I've never played a character for this long. And so that part of it is really exciting. And I remember at the start of season 3, I was a little nervous going into it because there had been such a long break between filming. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like, what if I don't remember who he is? And then I got there and it was just so comforting to be around everybody else. And I was like, oh, that's like, the pressure's not all on me. Like everybody else informs who this person is and brings him out. And so that part is, I think, just really just like special because then it feels like it's really collaborative and you're really getting to work with all of these like amazing people. But yeah, and in terms of like growth, I think one of the best things about our cast is just how diverse it is and how everyone's coming from different kind of parts of the world. And so you're constantly getting new perspectives and learning things. And so that's what I appreciate about this.
Joseph?
Yeah. Just as Julia and Larry were both just saying, like, I feel like on this show, I've learned so much just about like acting on camera and being on a set through all these people. And I think I'm just really interested to see like how going on new sets or new work environments, like what those people will teach me. And I guess just like what I will carry with me to future projects and all the like. In terms of dream roles, I really want to originate something someday, and that would be really cool. It's like kind of a cop-out answer, but
no, it's a great answer.
I've said too much in and out of wanting us. Now you're fading, and I wonder who will erase me. Oh, who will erase me?
Really? Yeah. I smell children. Suckle. It's a little girl. 7, maybe 8 and a half. Oh, let's play with her. Come, little children, I'll take thee away. Come out, my dear. You will not harm me.
What's wrong? What is it? How I love being a woman.
In the car. Get in the car. You are. Just wait till your dad sees what you did. You are. You little shit. Get in the car.
Wow, thank you, Winnie.
Corbin, stop it! Stop!
So do you. But see, this is what I'm talking about. Like, the way they embody.
I was like, did you ever think did little Frankie ever think this was happening?
That man on your shirt? No. No, that's a surreal experience.
You have reached the peak highlight of the life.
I love him.
I know we will be seeing you at some point. Can you tease anything about what's coming up?
Yeah, Seb gets to visit Camp Shallow Lake, and it's a great reunion of sorts, and I was lucky I got to be able to sing a little bit with my friends, so it's really
Little Miss loves to play and sing at the piano.
I think I would be Little Miss. What time are we eating? One of my favorite songs comes halfway through the middle of the season, and it's a song that I get to sing, and it's something that was so iconic in my life, and so I'm glad I got to reinterpret it.
Oh. Start with You Look Amazing.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome to the red carpet.
Thanks.
Are you pumped to be back for season 3?
I'm so excited. I mean, this just, it feels amazing.
Oh my God. Good vibes.
It's very good vibes here.
Cool
very
crew.
good vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does Carlos go out in the woods? I cannot imagine he's really in his comfort zone out there.
It's a culture shock for both Carlos and myself.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, there's bugs, and it gets really cold, but also like really hot.
Yeah.
So, and there's bears. So, it's an adjustment.
Does he pack a lot? I feel like he'd need to bring a lot of options.
Oh, everything you can think of, he has. Yeah.
I want to get a relationship status update. How's Seb? What do we learn this season?
Yeah, we do get a visit from Seb, and we get to see what that looks like, and it's good. All things are good.
How does Carlos go out there without Seb? You missing him?
Hey, look, we understand Seb is a working boy, and he's got to milk the cows, so we respected his decision, but of course we missed him.
Fair enough. I want to ask you, because this is a very talented cast. You've got some dancers, singers, it is a vibe. What is it like on set? Is it constantly bursting out in a song and dance?
Yes. I mean, honestly, and it's like almost, it like makes it 10 times better because everyone's such an amazing singer and also dancer, so it's like a professional choreographed thing when it was just like happened to happen, so it's pretty cool.
It's not like karaoke, this is like legit.
This is the real deal. Yeah, no, it's
Speaking of karaoke, what's your go-to karaoke song?
Ooh, I always go to Hopelessly Devoted from Grease. Yeah.
Hopelessly Devoted.
Yeah, I mean, it's mainly for me. No one else cares. People are like, this song's too slow, but I'm like, you're going to listen to me. You're going to listen to it.
You're going to enjoy it.
Yeah, I rehearsed this. Yeah.
You know, in the movie, have you seen the movie?
Of course.
She does the water with the little
Oh my
tissue.
gosh, yes. Yes, and I give you that exact moment. Yeah.
Thanks for chatting with Fab TV. You look fab, TV, by the way. Can we get a full look at the outfit? This is how you do Hollywood, baby. I'm so proud of you. Great outfit.
This is a hype corner. Thank you.
Thanks for chatting with Fab TV.
Come back? Come back. Come back. Come back.
Hi guys. Can you step in? Can you step in? 1 second. Let me get. Guys, guys, squeeze in. Everybody squeeze in. Here we go. Wait, step back up. Step back up. Guys, I need to get this. Look at this guy. Look at this guy right here. Right here, guys. We'll just pan left. Guys, right here.
Guys, all eyes towards the center of the group.
Thank you. Thank you. Guys, everybody in front of you.
Now all eyes towards the far side away from each other.
Everybody just pan right up here. Pan left to right.
Eyes towards your right.
Right up here. And then back to the middle, everybody. Back to the middle.
Everybody's eyes towards your left, towards me.
Just pan left to right. All right, stop running. Guys, I think we need some eyes this way. Everybody, 3, 2, 1 this way. Everybody.
Favorite go-to snack when I'm camping would be, you know those peanut butter filled pretzels? Love those. He gets to visit, and it's a great reunion of sorts, and I was lucky I got to be able to sing a little bit and impromptu moment, so I'm really excited to see all that.
Hey guys, turn your body this way.
No. Can you stand back right there, just facing us? Back, all the way back. There you go. And that smile right here. And right here. One more time.
Turn together. Just turn this way. There you go. You go. Right over here. Guys, solo.
Guys, one more here.
Guys, right over. Gentlemen. Oh, sorry.
No.
Thank you, Frankie, could you stay there and just turn a little bit?
Can you let her get it first? Come on, man. But not me, buddy. You're just like stepping all over her shot.
Frankie, right in.
And Frankie, back here for 1 sec. Frankie, back here.
Frankie.
Joe, stay where you are and just turn a little bit. And one more. And Joe, right here. And Joe, can you look this way for me?
Ooh, I think, no shade to Carlos, but I think I have what it takes to I could go 2 weeks at a summer camp, I think.
Parce que ça va être un gros
Thank you so much.
All right.
The biggest troublemaker on set is Joshua Bassett.
Hey, I am Frankie Rodriguez, and I am at the High School Musical, the musical, the series season 3 premiere, and I am so excited.
That are just highlighting their voices. We have some incredible songs this season. And
as much as I don't like being outside, I really love being outside with this group of people. They made the camping, the glamping so much fun.
Frankie.
Oh.
Came in like a vision from the old west wind, like a bright new dream that I was stepping in. I saw your face and I knew it was a sign, and I still think about that moment all of the time. You know that I could never make this up. I found the reason I'm not giving it up. I felt the fever when I knew he was mine. Oh, I am gonna love you for a long time. And in the morning when I'm waking up, I swear that you're the first thing that I'm thinking of. I feel it in my body, know it in my mind. Oh, I'm gonna love you for a long time. I'm gonna love you for a long time.
I feel like I'm in a new area of Zen. I'm a year older.
Look at the hair. I mean,
the hair's blonder.
I'm loving it. Do a little side preview. Let's give the people.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's not. I'm not keeping it. So
okay.
I think this is my last day with it. So this is.
I'm glad I got you on the last day. Best dressed.
That's a hard one because we rarely see each other in our real.
Your outfits have been fire on Instagram. Can I say you?
Gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, sure. But I can't say that. I'm gonna give that one to Sophia. She always looks amazing.
Okay, I'm gonna give it to you.
Thank you. I mean, I appreciate it. I'll take it.
Best couple.
Best couple. Well, I'm gonna give that one to myself and Joe.
As you should. As you should. That's what I was gonna do too.
Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what you're waiting on the other side. It's the climb. Just keep pushing on, 'cause it's all about the climb. Go Blue!
There's some insane stuff happening in improv class. Me and Dara kind of hit it off on the first day I met her. She was wearing these huge chunky boots that had comic book characters on them or something. And I was like, I like your boots. And she was like, thanks. They were $20 at the thrift store. Sit down. I was like, oh, okay. And then that kind of started everything. There was some stunts that I got to do in this next episode, some dance stunts. I was very nervous, but when I saw the first run, I was like, am I gonna do that? And they were like, yeah. And they're like, only if you're comfortable. And I was like, well, I'm gonna at least try, and I'm gonna work it until the day, and we'll see how I feel. But that was really fun because you're just put in those situations where sometimes, because I'm also very scared of heights and doing certain things, I don't want to hurt myself. So I was like, I don't know, but I'm glad I was able to push myself and just see how far I can go, and I ended up doing it. So that was fun. I wear glasses, and I wore glasses. Those glasses that I wear on the show were my real glasses that I wore to the audition. And I remember it was the first day of filming. My first day was it was Carlos's scene with Miss Jen where they're in the office. And I really didn't think about it. I was like, I guess I'll just bring them and then I'll ask if they want them. And I think I just like forgot or something. And so in the middle of filming that scene, I remember, like, don't you wear glasses? I was like, yeah. They're like, maybe you wear them starting next episode. I was like, okay. And that's how that happened. I guess it's my fault. Oh my gosh. I mean, it means a lot. And me and Joe, I think we're talking about it yesterday or this morning, where I was like, you know, it's like we grew up without this type of like representation, and now like we get to do it for a whole new generation of people that get to feel seen and included. That means a lot. And, you know, I really don't focus on, I guess, the pressures it could put on me, but I try to just focus more on the response that it's gotten, which has been so positive, and people really love them. So I think it's exciting to see that people are excited for that storyline. I mean, of course, I always wondered if and when Carlos would sing on the show, because I guess he's more of the dancer. So I was like, it'd have to be like a very specific reason why he's singing on the show, or singing outside of the shows within the show. And our showrunner, Tim, he was like, I think it was like in passing, he was like, Carlos has a solo, episode 10. And I was like, okay. And I remember he let me listen to it when we were filming something else, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I mean, working with Josh is always going to be a good time because he's just funny. So, and you never really know what he's going to do in the take. He kind of does things differently every take, so it really does keep you on your toes. So I think, and also that dynamic between Carlos and Ricky is really funny, but it's also really special and really sweet to see, just to see that like kind of friendship blooming. But no, it's always fun. I was like, you know, at some point we're all not going to be on this show, and we're all not going to be together, and everybody's going to go off and be crazy successful, and everybody has beautiful voices. So like, why not make everybody come together and sing some songs and sing stuff that they wanted to sing, whether that was like their audition songs for the show or just like a place to try out new material. And so a lot of people, the whole cast came and sang songs, and some people sang some original stuff that they had never put out before, or that they were thinking about putting out. And so that was very special to be able to be like, wow, these people are incredible. Like, it's insane. I'm gonna get in so much trouble for this. I didn't have a cardboard cutout this season because I put a poll on Twitter, I think right before the second season. And so Corbin Blue was all, because of the poll, I was gonna go in that order. So we did Ashley Tisdale last year, and then third season was going to be Corbin. It was always going to be Corbin, not realizing that he was going to be on the show. And I didn't want to be like a weirdo and be like, by the way, there's a cardboard cutout of you in my trailer. Nice to meet you. It turns out now, in hindsight, I should have done it because he's so sweet, and I think he would have found it hilarious. But at the time, I was like, I can't like make him feel weird or like any type of way about this. So I was like, so I'm not going to do it this year. The real cardboard cutout, it was just a real human being. In terms of like changing my life, the show really has like changed my life, and I went from like one extreme to the next, and now I get to like live out like every childhood fantasy I had growing up. So it's kind of surreal. Oh my gosh. Me and Joe were constantly trying to evolve our library of duets because he does play piano. And so it's mostly like karaoke nights here. And I'm not trying to get in trouble by spilling any details about solos and duets and stuff like that. But if we had to sing a duet on the show, I would love to do, I think it would be really sweet to do, I think it's the one about the dance when they're on the garden, and it's from the third movie. I can't think of the name right now.
As Long as You're Mine from Wicked.
Ooh, we actually have never sang that one. Okay, I'm putting that on the list.
Okay, funny.
On vacation last night, so I feel like I'm just like hitting the ground running, getting back into work today. Hawaii for Frankie's birthday.
Oh my gosh, stop. How fun.
It was really fun, yeah.
What island did you go to?
We went to Honolulu. No, I don't know what island that is, but we were in Waikiki Beach. Personally, no, I've never like milked a cow or anything like that, but I love animals. we feel like Seb and Carlos in that moment, and not really Frankie and Joe. But yeah, I mean, you know, you just sort of, I feel like getting into costume and hair and makeup really like gets you into your character in a way that's different than yourself, because it's not what I'm wearing. Although this is very much like a Seb shirt. When I first rolled up to set for the first time ever, like the fact that I was gonna get my hair and makeup done every day, I was so like excited, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so glamorous. But no, I'm only in the chair for like probably like 15 minutes tops. Like they do not need to do much, because you know, I take good care of my skin. No. I guess Seb and Carlos are just more, I feel like innocent in a way. Like they're a little more like finding their footing of being in a relationship for the first time, whereas like Frankie and I are just older, and we've honestly been together longer than Seb and Carlos at this point because of the way timelines work out. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure they're similar to us in many ways, both being theater kids, but they're just younger. Growing up, I was always looking for, you know, people that made me feel less alone. And so getting to be that now for other people and to hear that from other people, it's been really special. And like, it's never lost on me how impactful that is, and how honored I am to play that part. This past season when I was there, we all like were learning TikTok dances. So when I got a new iPad, and it's special because it's bigger, so I can really read like sheet music off of it now when I play piano. And we actually had the whole cast over in this room actually, and we all just like sat around and like sang for each other. We did our own little cabaret, and I just loved it because Frankie was like, you know, we have all these like extremely talented vocalists on this show. Like we'd be crazy to not like appreciate each other's voices like in just like a fun way. And it was nothing like high stakes. Like no one was like dressed up or anything. We literally were like in our PJs, but like, you know, everyone sang their song, and like people did like trios and duets, and it was just so much fun. Like that is in essence, like I feel like what's so special about the show is like the group of people is so fun, so warm, so loving and supportive of each other, and just so talented. It's like really amazing. Oh my gosh. Well, as I said, like just like making music with people is one of my favorite things to do. So I'm really just excited to be in a room with like a bunch of people that I love and like a band, and just like tell people stories about my life and just like share and making music. I think that is like almost like a love language to me. So I'm so excited. Aww. Sublos in one word for this season. That's 2 words. Happy. They're happy to be back together whenever they're together.
Aww.
Ooh, I'd rather do a TV show written for me. That just sounds like awesome. Like that's really fun.
Yes.
Saying Joe's name. I didn't see you, Adrian. My bad. My bad, y'all. My bad. I didn't see y'all. Wait, where are
Where are you?
Where are you?
I'm in Los Angeles.
Oh, you already are home?
You're already home?
Yeah, I left this morning.
She did.
We're in Salt Lake.
Yeah, we're sitting here.
Y'all in Salt Lake. What are you guys doing? Are you guys having a movie night?
Yeah. Yeah. Miss you.
Dara, what's your favorite part about filming season 4?
You guys.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I bet. You the funniest on set? Just Frankie?
My bad! My bad!
Some people are mad, D. Don't take back what you said. You speak for your truth and you speak
No.
your honesty. And if people are mad, they're mad.
Everybody out
And
right
there
now.
may or may not be like a cover with Frankie on the way.
What song are y'all doing?
Don't worry about it.
Don't even.
Character in Descendants, Yulana.
Oh.
Evil.
I'm ready.
But not much different from
So
Dara.
it's like
What'd you say?
Adrian said it's like Carlos.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like Carlos and Frankie.
Just like
Haters.
say hi.
But we just wanted to say hi and we love you.
I'm-
And we hope you have a happy. Oh, you're.
Oh,
hey.
And you're amazing. And you're dead to me.
Dead to me.
That doesn't make any sense. I was gonna say like, okay.
No, it's okay.
We are inspired by you.
There it is. There it is.
That's my.
I love you. I'm inspired by you all every day, all day.
I love it.
This is really sweet.
This
I know.
is
We're
so
being
wholesome.
so.
This is so
tender.
wholesome. What's going on?
This is so wholesome.
Here, this Thanksgiving, I'm thankful for Dara Renee.
This Thanksgiving, I'm thankful for Joe Serafini.
What is going on?
And Frankie Rodriguez and Adrian Lyles.
How did I still get last?
I'm sorry. No, you're not last.
What are you thankful for, Frankie?
I am thankful for Dara Renee.
I'm
the gift that keeps on giving. I love you so much. Have a happy Thanksgiving.
Talk to you soon.
I hope all your dreams come true. And
we'll see you
be you.
Hey, D.
Be who you are.
Shoot for the stars.
For your pride. Don't hide. We're babysitting Adrian and we gotta put him to bed now, so.
That's not true. I don't have a bedtime. You guys,
He's gotta
hey,
go to bed.
D.
He's got a bedtime. We gotta put him to bed.
Y'all gotta put him to bed.
We gotta feed him his dinner and then he's gotta go to bed. Love you!
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
I saved this so long ago. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I think to myself, what a wonderful
Of High School Musical, the series, playing for Make-A-Wish America.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up.
Frankie Rodriguez.
First missing tooth?
School Musical can steal. High School Musical can steal. Wow. Their first pimpo.
Ugly.
Fretful.
Let's go.
Frankie, you might.
I hope he's stupid.
hope he's stupid.
Come on.
Well, we got 2 strikes now. Lady with the wonderful hair. Number 6.
Oh, hope he's happy.
Got 70. Name something that's good when it's chunky. Frankie.
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter. Pass or play?
Wait. Yes.
We're gonna play. Come on, Frankie.
Let's go.
Dara, darling, with the wonderful head of hair. Name something that's good when it's milk. Name something that's good when it's chunky.
Good try.
That was in you're wearing a tuxedo.
For work?
For work.
Good answer, good answer.
The other team wins the game. This is for the win. Number 4. Give me a word. The pet that sheds his fur all over the house. You said. Orange was the number 1 answer. Rhymes with fumble, tumble.
What up? I'm Joshua.
I'm Daryl.
I'm Matt.
I'm Frankie. I'm Sophia.
And we are here on Family Feud competing to win money for Make-A-Wish America. And we are so excited. So make sure you tune in. And yeah, it's going to be a good show.
Woo!
Yeah!
Woo!
Ooh, where are we at?
So, what else is new?
Just shut the fuck up and eat your food.
In the bag, but psych, I win. That's a... Aria? Okay. Respect. Respect. All the respect. She won. Oh my god. This is incredible.
Oh my god.
You got me.
Because you're gonna be crazy famous, you need to sign all of these.
Are you brushing your hair?
Do you want some lotion, Frankie?
No, I just need to like touch up my makeup.
That's one way to do it. Oh my god. That's so funny. And then there's Frankie. Loser, I know.
I just want to say, I'm part of the LGBTQ community. And this is my best friend, Valentina. She's an ally. Talk, Valentina.
Ally. Wow, I'm kind of impressed with myself.
Frankie!
I'm gonna be shipped back somewhere.
I don't think it even...
I'm gonna say it straight up, and you're not gonna like this because so many of you guys out there are just so
you have a 0 vibe. If you have an accent nail, like if you have an accent nail, there's something wrong with you. Like, I'm not kidding. Like,
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, you have ice game, Mo. They're snow angels.
ASAP.
Ooh, he's giving us angles.
How at the moon? That is such a funny picture. Bob, Bob, Bob. Frankie, you're perfect.
get my
Show
hair
it.
wet.
Just
Oh my god.
Oh gosh. Okay, I don't know who this is.
Hello? Oh! Hello?
Is this?
Oh, collarbone.
Frankie, if Carlos and EJ were to be a showmance for whatever reason, what would their name be? Would it be CJ or would it be Ejarlos?
Ejarlos. Duh.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I'm sorry. Oh, you're mad. You're warm.
This town is a game of chess, but no one's taking this queen down.
Do you want to fight? Do you want to fight?
Yes. And action.
Hola! Mi amo Dora!
They're sticks. I'm a snowman. They look like hooves or really burnt fortune cookies.
Those little believers inside, may we all be so lucky.
Good recovery, good recovery.
Okay, I gotta go. I need to talk to a gay person.
What do you need?
I need to talk to a gay person.
What are you doing? Frankie.
It doesn't make me as nauseous like this.
Too old to be here.
What?
Am I too old to be here?
No, of course not.
Does it look weird that I'm here?
No, not at all.
Am I hotter than these little bitches?
Yes. You look amazing.
You know how like when you're in elementary school and the bell rings, you have to freeze? Once I was on the swing and it rang, and so I froze on the swing and I got written up. I got detention. But I froze. What was I? How do you stop a swing?
I really like looking at Kim. Because sometimes she's like,
It's scary, right? She'll stare at
she's
us.
like, oh.
Wait up.
Is that
To those little believers inside, may we all be so lucky.
So classic.
I love the man. Is that where they filmed High School Musical? And he's like, yes, yes.
So here's what happened. I was going through my makeup box and I was like, there's so much stuff in here that's old and I should probably go through it and I can practice a look for a birthday party that I'm going to. And this is what happened. It actually doesn't look bad here, but in person it looks terrible. I mean, look at this. It looks like I just sucked a popsicle. Happy Pride.
We're done. We're done.
It's like steak coming out of your mouth. T23!
Tap with Larry?
Tap with Larry.
Now we finally realize who we are. It just took some time. We had to live and to learn to see the truth. Learn to see the truth. That nothing's ever impossible. Into the future we are free fall. But forever we'll always have high school. High School Musical. Who says we have to let it go? It's the best part we've ever known. Step in just like a high school musical.
I've been singing and playing the piano since I was 7 years old. So like, it's just always been a part of my life and almost like a part of my love language. So I'm just so excited to like share in an evening of music and like joy with an audience of people that are coming. It's so exciting. Ooh, who have I been like super starstruck by? I mean, I feel like every time I see Olivia now, I'm like, oh my God, you're a pop star now.
Yeah, that must be really wild.
Yeah, but she's still so sweet and cool. So she sets you at ease. My one teacher was like, "You don't want to play Troy," and I was like, "I just feel more connected to Ryan." I was like, "I feel like he's just more me." Yeah, I guess I just felt so connected to that. He was such a theater kid, obviously. Him and his sister do all these musicals together and they take it super seriously. And I feel like that was very much me and my sister growing up. I mean, we're not Ryan and Sharpay by any means.
Hey, no.
But same idea of like, yeah. I just felt very connected to him and what he was all about. You never know who's watching. I remember in the van from the airport, I went straight to set my first time just because I had to start fittings and hair and makeup tests, whatever. And I remember we pulled right up past the front of the school and I'm like, oh my God. I still have a picture on my phone of like me out the window just taking the picture. It's just insane to see it in person and know that I was now going to be a part of this legacy that was such a huge part of my childhood. Just bonkers. That was so fun. I mean, that was so nice that they did that. And to have Frankie have like his own quinceañero, especially because I think he also said like, he wanted a quinceañera or quinceañero growing up, and he never had one. So it was like he also got to have that like redemption. So sweet, and like to share it with Julia and Larry.
Yeah.
And everyone that was there virtually. It was like, and Dara and Mark, of course. Like it was just so awesome. It's been absolutely wonderful. I mean, everyone, you know, I see the comments that can tend to be negative. Of course, there's always going to be haters, but like the people that are excited about it and that it's people are seeing themselves in these characters, I think is like so important and more valuable than we could ever know. I know personally, like growing up, if I ever saw like a queer depiction on screen, like that always was just like, what's going on? Like am I seeing something that I'm relating to? And to have it be such a pure and like purely like positive and just like lovely representation of the queer experience, I think is so important and just lovely. I think it's so great. I'm so honored to be a part of it and to have those connections with the people watching at home that are seeing themselves through us. And it just shows that we exist. We're here.
Yeah.
We're not out to like ruin anybody's lives. We're just in love.
Yeah, like
who are we bothering with that, you know?
Exactly.
My favorite memory was when we did the quartet between Julia, Kate, me, and Frankie. I love that song.
Mm-hmm.
And to share that with them, we were basically our own little pod in Salt Lake City during the pandemic. So we all sort of were hanging out that summer a lot, and just like we had each other. So to then have that moment sort of like in that number was so sweet, and it's just so beautiful. I think I love listening to that. I feel like you get what I'm given. But I feel like Frankie honestly can be a little more shy whenever you first meet him. I know when I first met him, like I was kind of nervous around him. Maybe I just had a crush on him, but like he was like, he's a little shy at first until he warms up and, you know, he feels you out. But yeah, I think people would expect him to be like really funny right away because he is so funny.
Right. I would think that. I genuinely would.
But yeah, he takes a while to warm up a little bit.
Oh,
I'm happy to talk about him. He's the best. And honestly, I think I should be more open to trying songwriting. I have tried it, and I think it's just a matter of like believing that I can do it and not being afraid of it being bad. You know what I mean? Ready? Action. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, our troubles will be miles away. Gather near to us once more. The shining star upon the highest bough. And have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
Oh, I feel like Target is like the perfect place to meet somebody because everybody's like in a good mood. Everybody like knows exactly what they're doing. So no, it's a perfect place. I just love the whole world of the entertainment industry. I
was like, I feel like I was late to the theater kid experience. Like I didn't really start doing theater with like kids who wanted to do it forever until I was about a teenager. So it's really cool to now have that. And like the fact that they're all like professional singers and actors makes it even 10 times better. So those are always my favorite memories, when we kind of just like break out into song and dance. Because I like to audition for things and then forget they ever happened. So just to handle the rejection better. But I watch a lot of reality television. That is like my pastime. I don't know. I like to keep busy. I feel like I am always meeting a friend for lunch. That's like my favorite pastime, is just be like, let's go to lunch. When I do go back to work, because it's like, then that's your full life for like the next couple of months. And it really does take over, no matter how much you try to like have like boundaries with it and be like, that's work and this is life. It always bleeds together. So just relaxing. Right now I'm definitely relaxing in this downtime. So, and I'm enjoying that part. I feel like, oh, like I'm a ping pong machine. I'm like, just like constantly like being like from one side to the other, but I love it. So I'm happy. I'm truly open to anything. And when it comes to Broadway, I think when we did our New York press for season 1, that was so much fun, because it just took me back to like those, I did like marching band and stuff, and it like took me back to those days where you're like all just like flown to these like little hotels, and you're like just all clumped together and just like hanging out and having fun. So that was my favorite, because we also got to like experience New York City together, so that was fun. How can we just let people know that we're here, and that we also, our stories are also valid, and it doesn't just always have to be about the bullied gay kid, even though that's like still a thing that's happening. That isn't everybody's experience with that. That wasn't my experience growing up, and so to be able to now share these like positive gay experiences, it's exciting. And so I'm just hoping that leads to just more opportunities, not just for myself, obviously that would be amazing, but for a whole new crop of queer actors who are coming into the space, and hopefully it's just a little easier for them than it was for me, or even the people that were coming before me. Right now Pride Month just has this, it kind of went corporate, so now it's like all just about like a big party. But I think for me it's just about doing stuff like this, sharing information and just normalizing the queer experience. That's kind of the way that I like to celebrate Pride Month. I can always sit down and watch Aladdin. I kind of have always felt like I related the most to Ariel from The Little Mermaid, where she's like kind of a part of this world that she lives in, but she's always wondering what else is out there. And, the people around her are saying it's like dangerous, like don't go out there. And she like finds the courage to like just go out there and figure out what the other worlds are, and finds out that it's like not as scary as people have told her. Selfishly, I want to say everything. And I think now as an actor, you're kind of like granted the opportunity to really dip your toes in as many different genres and things that you want to do. But yesterday I went to the Oscar Museum for the first time here in LA. And it was so nice. I'm like so glad that exists. And I was like, I kind of want to be in a movie. I also really love working on a television show and having a story extend past 2.5 hours. So I don't know. I think that if I had like my way, I would get to go on and do something similar to like Schitt's Creek. That's like a small family ensemble, but that's like really fun and silly. So I mean, I don't know. We'll see. The things that I've gotten to do that I had so like really dreamed of as a kid and have gotten to do now have been the fun things like I every Christmas morning waking up and watching the Disney Christmas parade and thinking like, oh my gosh, like how cool it would be to like be on that one day. And then it actually happened, or being obsessed with like the Disney Mania compilation CDs growing up and being like, oh my gosh, I would love to remix the Disney song, and then like getting to do that. So it's just things like that, that when kind of like when you're in it, it's just like another day at work. And so you're just like, okay. But then when I look back at it, I'm like, oh my gosh, I've checked off so many like things that I had wanted to do as a kid. It's really cool. Because like once you get older, you're like, do I actually have hobbies? And then you're kind of like, do other people have hobbies that I don't know about? I don't know. I don't know what I do all day.
And I got to sleep completely sober for the first time in a while. I only dreamt about you 7 hours last night. I'm learning to live without you, trying to be fine alone. There's one here faded in my wallet that I'm too afraid to lose. Still I deleted 18 photographs of you. I'm learning to live, learning to live, learning to let you go. But I'm learning to live without you, learning to let you go.
I mean, growing up, being called queer was something that was definitely thrown out there, and it wasn't in the most positive light. It was kind of to diminish and made to feel bad. And so when the conversation was coming up, and it kind of feels like it semi-recently of kind of using queer as a term to like blanket a large community, I was like, ooh, I don't know if that one sits comfortably with me. But then to see the way some people have really reclaimed it and kind of have stepped into it, and kind of it's like almost as like a sense of power now, and to say it with pride, like I'm a queer person. Now I'm like, it's weird to think there was a time where I wasn't referring to myself as a queer person. So I think it's kind of exciting to see the way we can evolve in that way, and everybody's kind of just taking ownership in their queerness. And so that's kind of where I'm at with it right now. Yeah, you know, I think for me, it just is all about understanding. And when you're hearing all of these other stories being told in a real authentic way, I think that does open a door for people to understand these different types of communities better. And I think that's kind of where we're lacking at the moment, but it's really hard when, you know, the people in charge don't really want to center those stories, or there's fear about how it's going to be received. And so I think just trying to do your best to kind of be that center part of that story. It's still trucking along. Yeah, you know, I think one big lesson I've learned in the last few years is that it is always constantly evolving, and I'm happy to be a part of a time where we're not so, because like I feel like I'm sure all of us feel the same way. We're brought in, like what we're taught in school, like that's it. So it's either this or that, and you're not really taught to kind of have a conversation about like, well, what's in the middle? Well, what does it mean to be over here or over here? And so I'm honestly thankful for things like this, and also like, you know, apps like TikTok where people are sharing their experiences and kind of sharing where they're at and where they are, whether it's like pronouns or how they want to be referred to. And it kind of like makes me like question myself, and not in like a negative way, but in a more like exciting way to explore the different parts of myself, where I'm just like, oh, like I can also be a little bit of this and this and this, and I don't have to like put a label on it or a name on it for someone else to understand me. Because at the end of the day, I'm just trying to understand myself so I can be a better person for the world. So I think I'm very open to like seeing the way things change and evolve, and kind of seeing the way that's going to dictate the way my life goes and how I refer to myself, or new things that I learn about myself. So I'm open to it.
So
yeah, and it's exciting. I feel like I'm at an age now where it's like not so scary to be like, oh my God, but what if someone thinks this about me? Or like, I'm just like, I don't like, I I don't care what you think about me. It's like about me and my experience, and I'm like very open to the changes. I don't know. It's exciting. I mean, obviously, it's crazy exciting that that stuff is actually happening and being done, and that I get to be the face of it. It's kind of, it's a weird paradox world. Sometimes I don't think it's real, but it's exciting, and you know, to get those messages from. It's not just kids, it's like a wide range of people that have reached out and say, you know, like whether it's an adult saying, if I would have had that as a kid, you know, I would have felt a little less alone, or I would have had more courage to come out earlier. But then on the other spectrum of that, it's a lot of kids reaching out saying, I'm still closeted, I don't know how to do it, but your show gives me hope. And I think that's what we were talking about earlier, just kind of centering queerness and centering those storylines. I think it helps those people that aren't able, because of where they are or what they're currently going through. It just really, I think, helps people feel a little less alone. And, you know, one kind of pressure I have felt is like, once you get a blue check on Instagram, you're like automatically an activist. And you know, like, I went to school for musical theater. I did not go to school for like, you know, like how to speak like an activist. And so I kind of like went through this whole thing where I'm like, how do I use my voice, and what can I do to still put in my work, but also help people understand that I'm also still growing and evolving. And, you know, I'm like, I also need my space too, to kind of figure my shit out. So, my stuff out. And I think I kind of landed on this thing where I can be nothing but myself. And that's, I have to, you know, understand that that is a gift to myself, but also if it can help someone feel a little less alone, or to come out, or to try something new, I think that's exciting. So it's a tricky position to be in, I think, but I'm happy to be the face of something that I wasn't able to see as a kid, and hopefully give hope to somebody.
Bella Hadid, Bella Hadid. Bella Hadid, Bella Hadid. Bella Hadid, Bella Hadid. Hey, Bella Hadid, Bella Hadid. Bella Hadid.
Frankie Rodriguez, and from Hulu's Plan B, Victoria Morales.
So, Victoria, I heard one of the nominees is an actual ghost?
No, Frankie, yeah, she just plays a ghost on TV, so.
So, does that mean Melissa Fumero isn't actually a cop?
Oh, no. She's someone with way more force. A Latina mom.
Oh.
You know, because police in the force, she's got way more.
And the nominees for Best Supporting Actress in a TV Comedy are...
It's Melissa Fumero.
Oh my God, legit, did not expect. So we were just talking backstage about how Victoria's film is all about Plan B.
Yes, and how Frankie plays the first openly gay character in the High School Musical franchise.
It's just really funny how just a few years ago these types of roles would not exist, or if they did, they sure as heck were not comedies.
Yeah, so let's give it up for all the comedies out there and the roles that continue to push boundaries.
Here are the nominees for Best Supporting Actor in a TV Comedy. Harvey Guillen.
So Harvey couldn't be here tonight to accept the award, so we're accepting the award on his behalf.
There it is, right there. One more time, straight ahead. And right here, Frankie. Hold that. One more.
Frankie, right here. Nice smile. You come down that way a little bit. Right there. Put it back up a little bit. Yeah, Frankie. Thank you.
Right, 53. Stay right there. Big smile. One more. Thank you.
I can stay right there, Frank. Just face me straight on if you don't mind. That's great. I appreciate that. That's great. Again, and one more. Thank you.
this is nothing? What if this is in my head? I've done it all before, right as I'm feeling. What if this is nothing? He'll notice how you're turning red. Overthinking, hands are shaking, longing for his touch. Don't be stupid, don't ask for too much. We're not good enough for him. I am so dumb, why am I so stressed? Wait, what did you know nothing, are you free tonight? Haunting, waiting, imagining a life where I am him. Duet with me. What if this is all just in my head? What if this is something real instead? Or maybe this is all just in my
For myself, I have to just have a sense of like optimism, just to be like everything will turn out for the best. And just also trying to be that for just maybe kids that are looking to me for that, just that sense of safety, just to be like, no, like no matter what's happening in the world, you still can be whatever you want to be and do whatever you want to do and just find your true self and what makes you happy. Any chance that I get to see a character that represents me on screen, it's always very comforting, and it does make me feel a little less alone. Growing up gay, anything that I was going through or thinking or feeling, because I didn't have a reference to look at that, sometimes it did make me kind of feel more isolated than everybody else. Now getting to play an openly gay character on a Disney franchise and have people reach out and say, your character gave me the confidence to come out to my family this week. You're kind of just like blown away, like, wow, that is having an impact on somebody. They could be across the world and they're still finding ways to relate to your character. And it's nice to get to be something that I always didn't get to see growing up. I mean, from an actor perspective, I want to tell every story possible. I want to say everything possible. I want to do it all, but it's really hard when you're confined into a part of this whole friend group. You get like a little sliver of a storyline, do you know what I mean? And I think that could really change, and you could really explore more if you kind of like put that type of character into the leading spotlight. I would love to see just more queer and trans leading players and get a glimpse of what their life looks like. Growing up, I feel like I was such a Carlos. Like all I ever cared about was like Broadway and like how I was gonna get there and like what I was gonna do when I was there. And so to get to play that and bring myself into it, and I think it just adds like a layer of honesty, which makes it even more fun to play, because you're like, well, I've lived this situation before, so like I know how to like act this scene out, which is, you know, nice and comforting.
I love that so much. That must be really surreal, actually.
It is a little wild.
Like
Like sometimes I'll read things and I'll be like, oh my gosh, this actually happened to me, or like I said this exact same thing. It's nice.
Yeah, no, it is nice, and you're doing such an amazing job at it.
Thank you.
And younger audiences are resonating with it. Is there something specific about Carlos, or do you think it's just people being so thirsty for that kind of representation?
I think it's all of the above.
Yeah.
I think obviously this was like, you know, this is our experience and we grew up as like who we are, so we're kind of used to this thing. But I think some people are kind of like, oh yes, that's the story that I've been looking for. Like I'm interested in this, or just to have people that are like, oh yeah, that was my experience growing up, and it's nice to see that reflected. That's one of the things I do love about playing Carlos, is just his sense of self, and like he understands what he's bringing to the table. It is also interesting to see these other characters go through these different types of things, because it isn't, you're not just confined into a box of whatever letter you fall into. You know what I mean?
Right.
But again, it's like, well, what does that look like? What is that? I'm like interested, do you know what I mean? And if it's like a door that can be open for more storytelling like that, then yeah, let's do it. Really just depends on what I'm watching. There are some things that I'll watch and I'll be like, oh, this was created by a queer person. And it's like, it can be consumed by anyone. It's just, you know, something that we're watching and it happens to be funny and moving and the story feels authentic. And then you can tell when it isn't.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, okay. This is something that I have like told myself many times too, is that you accomplish so much more when you're just authentically yourself than you do trying to portray what you think other people want you to be. And I hope that's something people take away with, you know, anything that I do.
Yeah.
I remember when I lost my mind.
Hi, I'm Frankie Rodriguez.
And I'm Joe Serafini, and we are so excited to be hosting and performing in Encore 2022, the annual gala supporting the Boston Gay Men's Chorus.
Come out and join us April 30th at the Boston Regency Hyatt, and you can get all your information and tickets at bgmc.org.
Can't wait to meet you all. Get your tickets.
Hi, I'm Frankie Rodriguez.
And I'm Joe Serafini. I know personally, I grew up watching the Boston Gay Men's Chorus videos on YouTube.
Same. Did you have a favorite?
Probably Alex Newell.
Oh,
like, I Know Where I've Been.
Yeah.
I feel like every queer kid like finds those videos. So, without further ado, let's get started. And happy anniversary.
Living in my own world, didn't understand. I never opened my heart to all the possibilities. I know that something has changed, never felt this way. I know it for real, this could be the start of something new. It feels so right to be here with you. Oh, yeah. Now who'd have ever thought that we'd both be here tonight? Oh, and the world looks so much brighter, brighter, with you by my side. I didn't know it before, but now it's easy to see. Oh, I can show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me, princess, now when did you last let your heart decide? A whole new world, a dazzling place I never knew. Soaring, tumbling, freewheeling through an endless diamond sky. A whole new world, a whole new world. That's where we'll be. That's where we'll be. A thrilling chase, a wondrous place for you and
Hi, Joe Serafini here, and in honor of PFLAG Parent Day, I'm here to celebrate all of the parenting people who are showing up for LGBTQ plus folks, especially during the past difficult year for LGBTQ plus kids, particularly our trans and non-binary friends. All children, no matter their race, gender, or sexual orientation, should be free to be themselves. I personally want to shout out to my mom and dad and my 3 older siblings who I would consider parenting people to me, who have always showed up for me and encouraged me to be myself and continue to stand by me every day and show up for me in many ways. So thank you guys, and happy PFLAG Parent Day. Your love and affirmation truly makes such a difference, so peace.
Fierce.
I'm very exciting. Obviously, getting to play Olaf, he's such like a beloved snowman. And so getting to step into those shoes and kind of like figure out ways to like make it my own, and what does it sound like on my voice, and what does it feel like in my body, and getting to see what we did with our costume is really fun and funny. And then, you know, Carlos was just trying new things. He wanted to see if something was going to work. It clearly didn't. But I don't know. I think Carlos sees himself as like a strong, strapping, leading man. So I would think he kind of made himself Kristoff or something. And they were like, no.
What's a song that you would love your character to sing in the future?
Can I Have This Dance from High School Musical 3? I am not a camper. I'm not a real big fan of the outdoors. So I'm glad I got to do it in this controlled environment where, you know, it's still kind of glamorous in a way. So no, not a camper.
So when kids come up to you guys and talk to you about the series, what do they want to know?
They just want a photo. I think that's first and foremost.
I just need this for my Instagram. I don't need anything more, right?
Get the selfie. But no, just to hear, and honestly, the age ranges from like little kids to like full grown adults, just saying like, thank you so much for, you know, just your show and the people that you're helping. And I think that's one of the beautiful things about our show is that we're just sending messages out of like positivity and that, you know, just real life situations, and you're getting to see these characters, see how they go through those situations that are very real situations. So me and Dara used to be neighbors in Salt Lake City, and there was like this like stretch of like concrete that she would skate on, and my balcony looked over to it. And one day she called me and she was like, "Are you home?" I was like, "Yes." She was like, "Come out to the balcony. I want to show you something." I was like, "Okay." And so she's on her skates and she like waves and then she just skates away. And so I'm sitting out there for like 10 minutes and I'm just like, where? So I call her. I was like, what did you want to show me? I was like, you just skated away. And she was like, yeah, but did you see how fast I was? I was like, I thought you were going to show me a trick, not just skate away. Have a go.
By RuPaul. Is it RuPaul?
Supermodel?
Supermodel. That
Supermodel.
one. Yep. Yep, that one. Make your whole body talk. I love it. Frankie has a bunch. Like Frankenweenie, Fromky is a big one.
I know.
Francisco. Well, it's not really a nickname. Frankie is their nickname in his own right, but yeah, he's got a lot.
Most likely to get married first as their character.
As their character?
Their character. Who do you think would get married first?
Ooh, I don't know. You think Carlos and Seb are ready to tie the knot?
I don't know.
Maybe it's most likely to have their own reality show in real life.
Frankie.
Done. I was waiting. I was like, when I was writing the question, I was like, I feel like this is giving Frankie.
Oh yeah, I'm looking for one. So if you know one, let me know.
Who's most likely to keep a really, really big secret? Like, who would you trust if you had to tell someone?
Julia.
I love secrets. I'm so good at keeping them.
So going into this season, I mean, how is Carlos surviving at camp without Seb?
Barely. You know, Sebby's a working boy and Carlos has to respect that. The cows are not going to milk themselves. So, you know, as hard as it was to not be with him, he still respects his choice. I'm going to have to say Ashlyn because she's here.
And Frankie would be an amazing Peter, just to like that out there. Yeah.
I think I'd go for Tinkerbell before Peter.
Okay, work. Yeah, that too, of course. And I love this movie and I'm mad that Frankie got it, but whatever.
I don't know.
On clue number 1, you got it. Yes.
Oh,
Julia.
Bug juice?
Frankie, you got it on clue number 1. I'm going to give it to Frankie there. I think Frankie had his hand up.
That is High School Musical, the series, season 3. Jason Earl. Lots of bugs. The bugs were real. But I think the most
fun is just really getting to bond with those people, you know, when we did like a lot of overnight shoots. And so when you're all like covered in blankets and you're all like hiding in one tent because you're like the little heaters right there. I think that's when the true bonding comes out. And so those moments I'll always remember.
I have something to tell you, but first I have to set the mood. Some folks like to get away, take a holiday from the neighborhood. Hop a flight to Miami Beach or to Hollywood. I'm in a New York state of mind. Comes down to reality, and it's fine with me, 'cause I've let it slide. Don't care if it's Chinatown or on Riverside. Hey. Okay, I want to be really quick with this. I'm really excited to share with you all that I am gonna be in New York, and I'm doing my first ever solo show where I'm just gonna sing songs for y'all. I just found out that tickets were on sale, and I was gonna wait to announce it, but then I just got so excited that I had to share it with you. As soon as this live is over, I'm gonna post about it, and there will be like a link in the bio, and tickets are on sale now. It will be August 14th, 7 p.m. at the Green Room 42. And I'm so excited. I literally can't wait to see you there and sing for you guys and play a little bit too, don't worry. But I love y'all so much. I really appreciate your love. Thanks for tuning in. And that's literally all I have to share. So more to come as I learn more, but yeah, that's it. Okay, I'm just gonna leave now. Bye.
Joe Serafini.
It's bad bitch o'clock, yeah, it's thick 30. I've been through a lot, but I'm still flirty. I'm gonna be alright, okay. Alright, it's about damn time. Turn up the music, let's celebrate. I've got a feeling I'm gonna be okay, okay. Alright, it's about damn time. Hey everybody! Oh my God, we're here! In New York City, welcome to the Green Room 42. I'm Joe Serafini. I'm literally so excited to see you all, wow. We have a really fun night of music put together for you tonight, so I hope you got some good drinks, some good food, yes. Because you know what? It's about damn time! Every man has his daydreams, every man has his goals. People like the way dreams have of sticking to the soul. Thunderclouds have their lightning, nightingales have their song. But don't you see, I want my life to be something more than long. Rivers belong where they can ramble. Eagles belong where they can fly. I've got to be where my spirit can run free. Gotta find my corner of the sky. Thank you guys. This is literally so surreal. I feel like we've been leading up to this for so long. How are y'all feeling? But tonight, as I was putting this together, I was like, okay, I want to sing music that is like important to me when I was younger, and then music and artists that have like shaped me and are important to me now. So I've been like asking myself as I've been doing this, I'm like, who even are you? And okay, theater kid, but not just a theater kid. I was a professional Pittsburgh child actor.
It was no joke. I started getting paid for this at 7. Yeah, and I was shook when I realized that you could do this as a career. Like, what? We get to just sing and act and dance and have fun backstage and like get paid for it? That's crazy. So obviously I loved working in theater. It's been wonderful to me. But growing up doing that, I feel like, you know, you learn to morph yourself into whatever version other people need or want from you. And so this, I've also like, it can be like with people you work with or like people that know you from your work, you know what I mean? So these past couple years I've been really trying to like, you know, step into my light, step into my power. And I'm re-examining that question, who am I? And this next song is all about that for me. La-da-da-da-da. La-da-da-da-da.
All the lights couldn't put out the dark, running through my heart. Lights up and they know who you are, know who you are. Do you know who you are? Oh God. What if when he sees me, I like him and he knows it? What if he opens up a door and I can't close it? What happens then? If when he holds me, my heart is set in motion, I'm not prepared for that, I'm scared of breaking open. But still I can't help from hoping to find someone to talk to who likes the way I am. Someone who, when he sees me, wants to again.
Sarah Bareilles, right? I mean, come on. Now she's starring in one of my favorite musicals with one of my best friends. It's amazing. She's amazing. And in true Serafini fashion, we slept through our alarms that morning and we missed our flight. But also in Serafini fashion, we persisted. And we went to the airport and we got on the next flight and we were rushing. I was already in my suit. I was like ready to show up at the celebration of life and like make my presence known. So we arrived in rainy New York City. Of course it's raining. We sit in traffic in a cab and we walk up to the temple to find Liza Minnelli walking out, wiping away tears along with Marvin's family after what I'm sure must have been a beautiful ceremony because we missed it.
And here inside this world you've let me see, it's simpler than we often let it be. I'll keep you safe and also set you free. I offer you you. I offer you me. Don't you know I'm still standing better than I ever did, looking like a true survivor, feeling like a little kid, and I'm still standing after all this time, picking up the pieces of my life without you on my mind. I'm still standing, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm still standing, yeah. You got your passion, you got your pride, but don't you know that only fools are satisfied? Dream on, but don't imagine they'll all come true. Ooh, when will you realize Vienna waits for you? Crazy child, and take the phone off the hook and disappear for a while. It's alright, you can't afford to lose a day or two. When will you realize Vienna waits for you? I need this! We've reached the lovey-dovey portion of the evening. Now I see as I have never seen before. Since that moment in the square, when your hat is carried in the air, just so you can chase it, just so I can be there. This is how I know, this is what I see, this is love to me. And like anytime she and Simon like kissed or fought at the judges stand, I was getting all like hot and bothered. I was like, what's going on? I just got gayer by the second. So this next song is one of the best bops. Straight up now, tell me, do you really wanna love me forever? Oh, 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 or am I caught in a hit and run? Straight up now, tell me, is it gonna be you and me together? Oh, 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 or are you just having fun? Straight up now, tell me, straight up now, tell me. I have a little bit of a surprise for you all. Please welcome to the stage, Frankie Rodriguez. Is it a surprise? I don't know. So a little history about Frankie and I. We met on this little show we work on called High School Musical, the series, on Disney Plus. We met literally at East High School, and I mean, sparks flew, and the rest is history, I guess. We made history as the first openly gay couple in the High School Musical franchise, and 3 years later, here we are, and still in love. Yeah, this is one of our favorite songs to sing together at home.
Search for the proof that I should. You don't have to convince me. You don't have to be scared you're not enough. 'Cause what you've got going is good. I don't need more reminders of all that's been broken. I don't need you to fix what I'd rather forget. Clear the slate and start over. Try to quiet the noises in your head. We can't compete with all that. So what if it's us
someone like you would want me. Well, so I give you 10,000 reasons to not let me go. But if you really see me, if you like me for me and nothing else, well, that's all that I've wanted for longer than you could possibly know. So it can be us, and only us, and what came before won't count anymore or matter. Can we try that? It's not so impossible. Nobody else but the two of us here, 'cause you're saying it's possible. We can just watch the whole world disappear till you're the only one I still know how to see. It's just you and me. It'll be us and only us, and what came before won't count anymore. We can try that, you and me, that's all that we needed to be, and the rest of the world falls away, and the rest of the world falls away. The world falls away. The world falls away. And it's only us. Thank you. He sings that in the original key. What? Oh, so yeah, wow, great. I need to take a sip of water. In love, you and I, you and I, you and I. I'm focused on the prize, I'm falling, baby, through the sky, through the sky. I'm falling, baby, through the sky. It's my calling, baby, don't you cry, don't you cry. I'm falling down through the sky, and I refuse to go numb. Oh, Broadway, here I come. Broadway, here I come. Broadway, here I come. Broadway, Broadway, here I come. Here I come. And the last thing I hear as the impact grows near, is it a scream or a cheer? Well, never mind, I'll never find out, 'cause Broadway, I am here. We're literally at the end of our evening together. Frankie, thank you for also encouraging me to do this and talking me through all the self-doubt and all the imposter syndrome, all the things. And thank you for coming. Thank you guys so much. Like, I can't believe you're all here for this. I'm so honored. But at the end of the day, I found there really is
so much power in the way that we continue to show up for ourselves and each other. And I want to keep doing that. Keep following the love, keep pushing, keep going. And music has always been the way that I do that. So this was like the best night ever. But really, follow your dreams. I know that sounds so cheesy, but really follow your dreams, like, and carry hope in your heart, and get all your friends together and sing your favorite songs, and trust yourself. At least that's what I keep telling myself. But I hope you've all had a good time tonight. With that, I think it's about time we wrap this shit up, shall we?
I do what I can wherever I end up to keep giving my good love and spreading it around, yeah. 'Cause I've had my fair share of take care and goodbyes. I've learned how to cry, and I'm better for that. Sing, how far do I have to go to get to you? Many the miles, hey, many the miles. Oh, how far do I have to go to get to you? Many the miles, ooh, but send me the miles, and I'll be happy to, yeah. Follow you, love.
Should we do the climb? As if it wasn't planned.
And I may not know it, but these are the moments that I'm gonna remember most. Yeah, just gotta keep going, and I got to be strong. Just keep pushing on, 'cause there's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. Yeah. Oh, it's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it a move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose.
Okay, that's really the end. Thank you guys so much. This has been such a joy. We're gonna all have drinks out there, so come say hi. Love you all so much. Thank you. I'm live. It's happening.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. There'll be parties for hosting, marshmallows for toasting, and caroling out in the snow.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy December. We're in Salt Lake City at the moment, shooting season 4 of High School Musical, the musical, the series. And I last time we were in Salt Lake City for Christmas, we bought like a mini tree that is in LA now. So I refused to buy another mini tree and then have multiple mini trees. That just feels ridiculous to me. So this is what we got. Oh my god. It's really tiny and it's plush. But Frankie found some lights to throw on it. As you can see, it's quite a job well done. While I was talking about doing this live, I mentioned that I have a surprise for you all, and I want to reveal the surprise to you now. Everyone, I have a gang here. Come in. It's Adrian Lyles.
Gang, what's up? Hi.
And Dara Renee. And of course Frankie's here too, but he's, you know, that we could have guessed. But no, I wanted to invite the whole cast and have everyone sing a Christmas song, but our apartment is just too small. We could not fit our ginormous cast in here. But everyone's gonna sing, and it's gonna be really fun, and we're gonna celebrate the holiday spirit and the holiday vibes. And let's just do it, right? Who's next? Who is next? Do you guys remember? You guys can talk now.
Oh, Frankie was next.
It's not a secret anymore.
It was a surprise.
I know, we were like silent.
This girl shows up and she said, I actually want to do it with the karaoke track.
No, and Joe! No, you can't do that.
She did
no,
say.
the reason why. Play with me, Joe. Play with me. Have yourself.
I was reading the comments.
Oh man.
I poetry snapped the whole time. I poetry snapped it so hard.
Snaps for Dara.
Thank you.
That was a heavily requested song. When I asked for requests, have yourself. Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas was highly requested.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Wait, what's Mariah Carey's thing? It's
Okay.
I'm 6 foot.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Okay, ready? We can. Christmas.
You're so good. You're so good.
Your nephew has suggested Rudolph.
Rudolph? Rudolph's perfect, because we all know Rudolph.
Ooh, we should do
Let's
another
all
1,
do
2, 3,
Rudolph.
4 Disney songs for you.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, baby. Ready? Sorry, I'm sorry. This is chaotic.
Is this okay if I back this up?
Move this candle.
Alright guys, you ready?
Is everybody seen or should
Oh,
I
now
back
I
this
look
up?
shorter.
I need to be on a separate side because my hair is gonna block everybody.
Okay,
here, switch
Frank,
sides.
I'm gonna switch it.
Yeah, here.
Sorry. I want everybody to be seen.
Okay. This is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Can you see me?
For the little ones out there. No, you're
Frankie
good.
just
Frankie,
walked.
why did you do
walked.
that?
I just.
Why did you do it that way?
So no one would see
I'm
me.
moving this forward.
Oh, you want help me?
No, it's good. We're good.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
We look like a nice little group.
You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. Then how the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with good. Yippee! Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, you're the crown in history.
Rudolph the bullied
So
red-nosed
silly.
reindeer.
The bullsies?
The bullied.
All right, Frankie, are you ready for our duet?
Sure. Yeah.
Frankie and I are going to perform
Let me look.
Should we move it back to where it was?
the only duet you would imagine, which isn't Feliz Navidad.
Y'all should do that one too.
Should we move it? Should I move it forward for you?
We've been there, done that. No, this is fine.
Y'all should leave it there so when we do another song together because I want to sing another song.
Oh, you are, girl. You're closing it out.
I know I want to sing Twaddle. I'm just kidding.
Pick one.
I want to sing 2 more songs.
Pick another one. You have time.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, let's pick another song.
Okay,
We
ready?
should do Tyler's the Grinch.
I mean, we have to change it.
whole thing again, sorry.
I really can't stay.
Baby, it's cold outside.
I've got to go away.
Baby, it's cold outside.
This evening has
Holding you.
been so very nice.
I'll hold your hands, they're just like
My
ice.
mother will start to
Beautiful,
worry.
what's you?
My father will be pacing the floor.
Listen to the fire.
So really I'd better scurry.
Beautiful, please.
Or maybe just a half a drink more.
Put some records on.
The neighbors might think,
Baby, it's bad out there.
say, what's in this drink?
No caps to be had out there.
I wish I knew how to break the spell.
I'll take your hand, your hair looks
I ought to say no, 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 sir. At least I'm gonna say that I tried. I really can't stay. Oh, but it's cold outside. I simply must go.
Baby, it's cold outside.
The answer is no.
Baby, it's cold outside.
This welcome has been
lucky that you
so
dropped in.
nice and warm.
Look out the window at the
My
storm.
sister will be
Gosh, your
suspicious.
lips look delicious.
My brother will be there at the
Boats
door.
upon the tropical
My
shore
maiden
line.
aunt's mind is
Gosh,
vicious.
your lips are delicious.
Maybe just to sit and
Baby,
warm.
such a blizzard.
I've got to get home.
Baby, you'll freeze out there.
Say, lend me a call.
It's up to your knees out there.
You've really been
I know when you
grand,
touch my
but
hand.
don't you see?
How can you do this thing to me?
There's bound to be talk tomorrow.
Think of my lifelong
At least there will be
sorrow.
plenty of
If
that.
you got pneumonia,
I really can't stay.
get over that old doubt. Baby, it's cold.
Baby, it's cold outside.
What are you talking about?
What the heck? Y'all slayed that. I love it.
Oh my goodness.
We should take like after this one, take like a little jazz break and do Christmas Time Is Here, and then go into more solos.
Oh, is that
duets?
I'll do you know the Christmas waltz?
What's that?
So no? What's that? No, the Christmas waltz is really pretty.
Alright, let's try it.
She can sing anything.
Joe.
It's Dara Renee.
Joe.
It's right here.
I'm sorry. All the fun I've missed.
She got an ad.
I got an ad. A Jack in the Box ad. Do that.
Again. Okay. 3.
Santa.
Oh, do you want to do more?
Oh no, I can stop. I can stop. I can stop if you want me to stop.
No. We did it.
We did it. Okay. Joe
Slay.
says stop.
No! Winter Wonderland. Okay.
You don't like Winter Wonderland?
No,
we don't have to do it.
No.
Joe is judging us.
That's unexpected. That's all.
Shady Joe.
Sleigh bells ring. Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
So, alright. Listening. Run away.
What is it?
Later on.
That's it. That's fine. This always happens.
Nothing happened.
What did Julia say? If your bracelet breaks, you don't need it anymore?
Yeah.
We'll look at it in a positive way.
Yeah, of course.
His bracelet just broke. It's all on the floor. Oh.
Damn. Okay, I'm ready for another one.
What do you want to sing?
I think we'll do a Christmas song.
Welcome.
Okay.
Your dad requested.
Wow, just
Oh.
snapped right there.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy. How
Can I-
crazy is that?
The Christmas song. Sure.
I hate crawling under this thing.
Don't crawl. Just walk in front of it.
What you scared of? We know it's you, Frankie. We all know it's you trying to cross.
It's not really a winter wonderland right now in Salt Lake, but it has been. Like, it's been snowing, and I think there's a storm coming.
Don't say that.
What's your favorite thing about Christmas? Mine is Christmas.
Oh, thanks. What's your favorite thing about Christmas? Christmas.
Christmas.
Are you
My-
out of the chair? What's going on?
My favorite thing about Christmas
Is
is family.
Aw, am I your family?
Yeah, so anyway.
Just kidding. I'm sorry, let me get out the
Get out the frame.
Wait, how do I get to the other side?
Crawl
You
under.
have to crawl under.
No, y'all, it doesn't work
No.
the same.
Chestnuts. No, you gotta raise that shit.
I feel like that's gonna be good. Chestnuts.
Trusting an open
Jack Frost.
Higher.
Oh my gosh. He's gonna be in the rafters.
Yeah, right there.
Okay.
Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Yuletide carols being sung by a choir. Tiny tots, it's still too low, with their eyes all aglow. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to
Oh my god! If only you guys heard the version he did last night. It was
That
epic.
one was lit.
He really took liberties and it was
Yeah.
something else.
Oh my god,
It's two Joes.
This is really weird.
There's 3 Joes.
Oh!
There's about to be 4 Joes.
You gotta get with it.
Alright. Does anybody have
get a
another
Joe
song they were
solo?
thinking of and they wanted to do?
No, close us out, Dean.
Yeah,
Close
alright.
us out, D?
Let's do it.
Oh my gosh. But I can't remember what key this was in.
I have so much energy right now.
Oh, you know you could just do this, right?
I have so much candy.
Everyone's ducking.
I know
But we
what
wanted
to
it
do.
in D, so yeah.
Oh,
Will you sing the
yes.
Christmases with me and Frankie? You'll understand it. Once we start, we'll do it.
I will.
Frankie?
I'll do
Yeah, wait,
Come on
one
in.
second.
Oh, can you hand me my phone? Hold on, before. One second.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait.
Alright.
Don't wait, Joe. Quick.
D, don't hold back.
Yeah, D.
Actually, maybe you should stand and I'll sit.
No, I'll sit.
Okay, but you better sing.
I'll sit. I also don't want to mess up your neighbors.
Oh,
Who
cares?
cares?
The neighbors. They're so
Yeah.
nice. They're really nice.
They just hear this person.
They know we're singing.
They should be so lucky.
Honestly, yes.
Christmas.
The snow's coming down. I'm watching it fall.
Christmas.
Some people are right.
Christmas.
Baby, please come home. Please, 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 please.
Merry Christmas, everybody, and Happy New Year, and Happy Hanukkah, and Kwanzaa, and all of the things that you celebrate. We love you all. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next year.